Hello everyone, my name is Valerie Padilla and I'm going to be discussing Foreign Service Officers for MPA 540, Human Resource Management for Public Sector. So I'm going to be covering some of the videos that we watched regarding the Foreign Service Officers, what career path I would like to pursue, and the steps in applying for that career path. I'm also going to locate a federal and state level position, and I'm also going to describe their application processes as well as how I identify information that we exhibited from the reading. I'm going to discuss the similarities and differences between applying for the federal or state positions. So of all the videos we saw regarding the FSOs, the one I found most interesting was the public diplomacy career track. He discussed working abroad in Japan and Tokyo and facilitating a child being reunited with a family. We see that a lot, that, the protections are different in other countries. So it was great to see that we had an embassy in Japan that was able to facilitate that. I felt like he described, the different aspects of job duties uh, in a way that was easy for me to understand, and he gave the information as far as what it took for him to build his career. Um, I feel like it's effective. I thought all the candidates did a great job. I looked up a job that is within the United States Department of Foreign Service Officers. And one of the career tracks I found interesting was the consular officer. They serve to protect the citizens that are abroad and facilitate legal travel. Um, so their career track is to help communicate through media and promote U.S. interests abroad. So there's an overview of the potential progression in your career, which would start at the entry level, where you would coordinate and exchange programs to send to selective individuals in the U.S. You would act as a contact for local and international reporters, promote U.S. core values, and then you could move up to a mid-level where you would be able to manage staff and public affairs. You would oversee budgets and handle inquiries from international levels. And then on a senior level, you would manage global exchange, represent an embassy, and be responsible for staffing. Um, so foreign officers, they engage in various different foreign government policies. They advocate for American interests, and their steps for applying the application process for FSO. You would choose your career track. You'd complete personal narratives, submit the application online, and take the FSO test. Um, After you would take the a foreign assessment, and from that, it would include components like case management exercises, group exercises, and a structured interview. Once you get a passing score, you're given a conditional offer, and then you are in review. Once you meet all the medical qualifications, there's a top secret security clearance, background investigation, and you have to receive positive evaluation from suitability review panel. And once you meet all of those eligibility requirements, you are placed on the register. So then you go to register and you're in ranked order. And some of the people can get additional credit for having the ability of certain languages or veteran preferences. And then you get a final offer. So when I look at the information that's in the reading, I've noticed that the reading says that some of the jobs have brief job descriptions, and essential job duties, as well as the minimum qualifications and special conditions. And these jobs have the qualifications and the duties listed as far as what they are looking for, um, which the educational requirement is the master's in public administration. But they are what I've noticed to get into the application process is they base it a lot on the testing and the security clearance. So it's a lot different than a traditional job when you're looking for a traditional job and the applying, and it seems a lot more difficult to get a job on the federal level. So I was looking at jobs on the state level, and I was looking at the Office of the State of the Public Defenders. They work hand in hand also with the consulates from other countries. So on specific, I was looking at Mexico, their consulate. They work hand in hand with state public defenders with their Mexican nationals who are facing the death penalty. And the lawyers play a crucial role in ensuring like fair treatment of their nationals, and facilitating communication with um, getting records from their country that can help with mitigation um, in their criminal case in the States. So, to get a job with the State of California Public Defenders, you would take the California exam. They have an exam for their attorneys. Uh, then their exams, I guess, match you up with jobs within their department. And then you are able to search for jobs, apply for jobs. You're also able to apply for internships, and these internships help with students who are looking to work in the legal field, and the interns help with states that have rural areas and they have real world issues. And they also have what's called an appellate fellowship, so they seek to enhance representation and helping with appeal cases, and they're looking for diverse attorneys. And what I noticed in the application process is that the jobs are not listed up front as far as what the qualifications are. They base it on a test to match you with a role. And so the essential duties and the minimum qualifications or conditions aren't listed up front. And when I was looking at the federal and state level jobs, some of the similarities that I did see in the application process was that they use the testing to match you with the appropriate jobs. And I guess that's what kind of gets you a foot in as to what jobs you can apply for. The difference is that on the federal level, they had a career uh, track, a plan in order for you to kind of move up in the ranks. And you can also pick the area that you wanted to work in, whether it was in the consulate, whether it was in management. On the state level, it seemed like they were just going to match you with a good job that you fit well with the job. And they offered a lot more of internship opportunities, which I thought was great, um, because that helps you also kind of, if you're looking for a different career path rather than being matched, you can intern in the area that you're most interested in and kind of get a foot in that way. And I want to thank you guys for listening to my presentation. You guys have a great weekend.